Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2. It's going to be MackWinston and catgang here on El Dorado for a bonus Patreon cast for you guys. In the bottom left, it is catgang from Pigpan. Ooh, Pig's clan for StarCraft 2. Bottom right, it's going to be MackWinston from the Ico clan with the spinning logo of Ico. And we're going to scout with workers. They're going to meet right here and kiss. Boop. Nice little peck there. And that reminds me of a Cowden Hobbs strip. It's a pool first play here from catgang. Good job scouting, MackWinston. If it was pool first and you were not ready for it, then that would be a nightmare, man. So throwing down a forge to be safe, right? And safe it is. So it's not a hatch first play. The probe says, maybe I'm going to cannon rush. Okay, so it's not a hatch first and you're cannon rushing, which means it is a pool first, which counters cannon rushing. So I think MackWinston's thought process here is a little bit wanting. So the Cowden Hobbs strip is from like the earlier Cowden Hobbs, like 80s and through the 90s, right? Started like 1982 or something, finished around the year 2000. And all right, so we got a cannon and a gateway coming down. Calvin's reading a book and it says, hey Hobbs, what does peck mean? And Hobbs is like, it's a quick smooch. And he's like, okay, I don't think I will ever understand books. And I think I butchered that, but if you want to see the original cartoon, let me know. And all right, depowering. No, it's another pylon is powering it. And this cannon's going to get a lot of kills, man. Catgang. All right, so catgang's brain is not working. Very good. So, 6 kills, 6 slings. We can't expand here. Can't go past this here. Okay, so I guess it's a 1-base Zerg here, throwing down a Roach Horn and getting double gas. Ravagers are the answer to a cannon rush. And whack, whack. Yep, and whack, whack. All right, catgang. Oh, you're not representing Pig very well here today. Oh, it's a proxy hatch. All right, man. We got a proxy hatch inside the main base here for MackWinston. You need more than 2 probes to knock this down here. 5 probes and a zealot will do it, but no zealots on this side of the map here because they are all over on this side. Spinecrawler coming up to defend against the zealot that is surely here. We got 2 roaches willing to pop, and there we go. Yeah, get out of here, zealot. I'm a roach. Num, 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 num. I'm 2 roaches. Now you have to run away. So this is going to finish. And what are we going to do with it? Throw down a cannon. Okay, that could have been done a little bit earlier here, but that's all right. And finishing finish with 1/3 HP. Fires on the hatchery because this is a Mexican from our guy Stetman. Stutzman? What's his name? Stetman? What's the StarCraft 2 lore on that guy? I forgot what his name is, but anyway. He's a scientist, and he made some, like, mechanical Zerg. Okay, good. The cannon came up. Neat. There's a Roach coming out here, but Roach just wants to run away, wants to get maybe down here and harass these probes a little bit. Would it be a terrible idea? What an absolutely weird game this is. I like it. Ravagers could be corrosive biling down here, but they're not using their corrosive bile ability. Man, catgang, I don't know. How do you get into the pig pan if you're, like, struggling with Zerg? Maybe he's not a Zerg main. Maybe he's, like, insanely good with Protoss as the probes end up killing this Roach. Gets 2 kills. Probably didn't pay for itself there. Tell me we're corrosive biling. Okay, we did. Hang on a second. We corrosive biled. Ooh, good snipe on that probe. That was actually good micro from catgang. Oh, he's corrosive biling again. He wants to take down this warp gate. Good stuff. This Stalker doesn't want to fight 2 Ravagers. That's not a good fight for it. And okay, it's gone. Bam! Out! Cannon takes a couple hits there too. Where are your extra Ravagers, man? Gotta have more Ravagers. He's trying to spread creep down this way. Is there a tumor? Yes, there is a tumor pushing down. We're gonna spine. Once the creep spreads a little bit further, I like it. But man, one base to one base is a major factor in MackWinston's favor right now. Cybernetic Score getting thrown down, probably going to expand next. Zerg players got Ravagers. Can't really do a whole lot here. Get up this ramp eventually, but of course the Bios can only do so much, and they're so busy with this because he wants a second base so bad. Mac did not take a second base. He sent a probe down there like he was going to. Is he long distance mining or something from down here? What is he doing? What's this probe up? Oh, they're mining this way, which the Overlord would see. Okay, never mind. We're not doing that. We're mining down here again, which doesn't provide us any value whatsoever. He's trying to get enough money to expand, I suppose, because, yeah, these Ravagers are coming. Dude, it's 3 Ravagers. It's not 2. You make 3 Ravagers, and they can do this so much faster. 33% faster, in fact. Man is going for a lair, which always looked to me like he just covered the hatchery with a tarp. Right? And then it upgrades to a lair. It's really fun animation and art here. Again, Blizzard's always had some of the best animators and art in all of video games and history. Ooh, speaking of video game history, you seeing all these hints that a Half-Life 3 is coming out here eventually? Is it? I mean, the end of Half-Life Alyx, spoiler alert, really seems to indicate they're working on a Half-Life 3. And then the voice actor for the guy who plays the G-Man posted this video where he did G-Man voiceover for a thing. And I don't know. The last time he posted something, like, Alyx came out a year later and then COVID happened. So 2025 could be interesting. There were all those leaks, too, from Valve where they were just showing all the different things they're working on for physics engines and whatnot. So, man, if we get Half-Life 3 or even Half-Life 2 Part 3, Episode 3, right? I would kill for that. That's all I want. I don't even want something that's going to blow my socks off, right? I don't even want something that's like, oh, this is the most groundbreaking video game since Half-Life 2. I don't need that. I just need Half-Life 2 Episode 3 to finish the stupid story. And then you can do Half-Life 3 at your leisure, as far as I'm concerned, right? Anyway, Void Rays coming in. They're going to deal pretty well with Ravagers. Again, just the 2 Ravagers here. Man's throwing up a Nidus. What? In the name of Tarnation. The man's throwing up a Nidus up here. Okay, we're going to, like, try to Nidus Ravagers into the base. That's okay, but again, Void Rays are the answer to Roaches and Ravagers and all sorts of great stuff. Not so much Queens. They kind of suck against Queens, because Queen Anti-Air is amazing. Stalker is moving out. catgang still doesn't have a second base. This is hurting me. As a Zerg main, the man is at 7.5 minutes, has exactly 2 Roaches, 2 Ravagers, and 3 Queens, and 2 Zerglings, and is not expanded yet. He's finally taking a second base. Max second base is halfway done. That's how far along this is. Stalkers come in, say, we can take down a spine. Bloop. Transfuse says, try again, sucker. Where are the Ravagers? Nah, it does take it down. I love, again, that Zerg buildings are on fire when they are mech-skinned. All right, so don't chase it off creep. Don't chase off creep. It's fine. It's fine. Pull back, spread that creep, get your second base going. Maybe he's get a third base. Ooh, he's mined through. Yes, third base time would be excellent. I like that idea. Has anybody mined through here? No. Anybody mined through here? No, this Ling's keeping an eye on it. That's a good thing catgang is doing. I like it, but dude, come on. Really? 2 bases done for Mac. Transferring some probes down. Wonderful stuff. Could transfer like 8 more probes down. There we go. There's the transfer and Void Rays. So yeah, Mass Void Ray I think would be just fine here dealing with catgang. He does have 3 Queens, but he's not making any more of them. Ooh, he's getting a Hydra done though. Hang on, the window is changing. The window is closing now to where Void Rays are going to be garbage if there are a bunch of Hydras running around. Right? Ooh, Oracle takes a couple hits. Corrosive Bile dodged easily because it's like 8 years before that thing lands once it shows the indicator onto the ground. And a +1 tech getting fired up here for MackWinston. So yeah, I think Mac's got this. Right, Mac does send in losses for Patreon cast. Ooh, I like the proxy fleet beacon. That's fun. Right, it's a Patreon cast for Mac, who supports me at patreon.com/Falcon Paladin for $10 a month, which gives him the right to send me any cast, any replay once a month, and I'll cast it and put it on the main channel. catgang is trying to expand here for his third, which MackWinston doesn't see because buildings don't have a very big radius. Actually, that's a pretty impressive radius of vision. Are we Oracle trying to get stuff done over here? 1 kill on it. Not really making it work there, are we? No. Definitely not. But yeah, look at that. Look at the vision of the hatchery versus the vision on this warping and fleet beacon. It's crazy different. I guess maybe the pylon's providing some of that vision, but yeah, it's not anymore that the building is done. That's weird. So we're chrono boosting. Oh, we're chrono boosting tectonic destabilizers. All right, so we're going to make tempests on this map. I mean, this is basically Golden Wall, and tempests were a good strategy on Golden Wall, so sure. El Dorado is the spiritual successor to that map. Tempest will make sense to me. Now there's creep, and now we know about it because we see the creep. Oh gosh, Lings, dude, Lings canceling tectonic destabilizers would be amazing. A Hive's coming in on technically 3 bases here for our guy catgang. Yeah, even if you're chrono boosting that, it's probably not happening. Okay, shuts it down. Nice. All right, Cirque player's getting some stuff here. He's nidusing this area. All right, here over the Void Rays are a problem. Your queens aren't out here. Your queens are not here to defend you against these Void Rays, Ravager-san. Quick, inside the Nidus. Retreat. Oh, the queens come out of the Nidus. And they're here to help. Beautiful. Okay, so getting the queens over here quickly using the Nidus. I like it a lot. Using the Nidus as a reinforcing tool rather than an offensive tool. That's a good use of Nidus. Big fan of it. Like the Brood War style of Nidus. Because you can only build Nidus on creep. So you can't build a Nidus over inside anybody's base unless there's already creep there. In which case they're a Zerg. And in which case you got to be on Hive Tech. And getting to Hive Tech in ZVZ and Brood War is a nightmare. So alright. These guys need to get here situation where the queens don't exist. I like the Lings. The Lings are going to do really well against the ground stuff here. Really good against Stalkers. Really well against Immortals. Forcing them to pop his shield there. And surrounding the Immortal and burning it down. That was a really nice play from catgang. Immortals are not cheap, man. Didn't get much value there for it at all. Gold minerals coming in. MackWinston expanding up the right side to a 3rd base. No gold base for him, though. So the income for catgang is going to increase. It's going to allow him to build more stuff. Tempest and Colossus and Extended Thermal Lance are on the way back home for MackWinston. Yeah, Tempest getting fired up. Colossus getting fired up here. Creep spread, doing all sorts of creep spread pushy things. Pushing along this lower lane as well. Again, the Hive is done, so what are we doing with the Hive Tech? Nothing, really. No indication of going for Ultralisks. No sign of getting upgrades for Lurkers. Just kinda. No getting Adrenal for the Lings either. Really no upgrades at all for this guy. He's working on upgrades, right? I'm not saying he's not getting them, but right now, not doing anything with that Hive at all. Usually somebody gets a Hive like that. Oh, maybe Broodlords. Maybe they get a Greater Spire. That'd be a big play. A Lurker Den. Okay, so maybe getting Seismic Spines with that. Void Rays burning down a Spore without Prismatic Alignment ability. Burning down these drones with the Prismatic Alignment ability. It doesn't really matter because it does bonus versus armored stuff, and drones are not armored. But buildings are. You can kill Extractors more quickly. You can kill, again, Spores pretty quickly with Prismatic Alignment. We're out of it now. It did wear off, and Extractors don't have a lot of HP in the first place. So taking that gas down was huge. Losing 2 gases sucks. Catgang getting a 4th base there. Making Corruptors to deal with the Tempest. Not going to be very good against the Void Rays, though, as we all know. I'm assuming that's a Ravager that wandered over here, got killed by a cannon? Sure. Or an Overlord that wandered over there, got killed by a cannon. Tectonic Destabilizers getting restarted. Fleet Beacon inside the main base this time. Again, if there's a Fleet Beacon, you're probably going to want Corruptors. It could just be used for Flux Veins. It could be used for Mass Voidery, in which case Corruptors are bad. But it also could definitely be used against Carriers and Tempests, which Corruptors were produced to defeat. Although, technically, Tempest didn't exist when Corruptors were developed. So, just kind of crazy happenstance after that they were. It is a Greater Spire. Hold on. I clicked on Greater Spire. It's over here, though, and it's done. Look how cool it is. I like how cool it looks in the mech skin. Maybe I should run with a mech skin when I play StarCraft 2. Twilight Council getting fired up. More Colossus being added in. MackWinston has a very hodgepodge setup here, right? A few Tempests, couple Void Rays, Stalker, 1 Colossus. These Corruptors do not engage at all, which is very fun. Allows the hatch to go down immediately. The Prismatic alignment is up. We're trying to, like, kite, but the spores are getting hits off. Yeah, it's a recall out. Dude, those Void Rays. Ooh, almost got that Colossus, but he was able to recall out of there, too. So far, so good. Templar Archives getting fired in. Let's get some High Templar in here. Storm is probably a little bit too far away right now. Probably needed it a minute ago. No matter what the Zerg player is doing, Psystorm is going to be a good thing for our guy, MackWinston here. Yeah, just sniping whatever's over here. Overseers. Sure, why not? Dorito's getting fired up. Hey, and a Greater Spire. Okay, the man's using his hive now. Very happy to see that. Adrenal is fantastic. Zerg player kind of alright economically. Got to retake his natural. That's not going to take too long for him. I like pooping creep up that way. So at this point, I think the Zerg player, what he's going to need is a combination of Corruptors and probably Hydralisks. Maybe some Abduct on these Colossus, get them out of there. And then use the Hydras. Honestly, mass Hydra once the Corruptors are gone, or once the Colossus are gone, would be pretty incredible. But again, that's what the Storm is going to be for, right? Psystorm here for MackWinston is going to answer those Hydras. And it's just going to be a bit of a dance. Look at this guy running off to the very edges of the map. I'm going to live in the forest. No one can find me. Blarg. Gosh dang the range on you, Tempests. Die. These Zealots do not have charge, do they? No. Been getting a lot of other upgrades today. No charge, though. Slow Zealots at 16 minutes is kind of freaking me out. It's like, is the game on slow speed? Why are they so slow? Because we didn't get charge. He's like, ah, yes, MackWinston says, I forgot about charge. Let's fire up charge. What a very weird game this is. Some people play weird games on the ladder. I generally just kind of get crushed by like 5-minute timing attacks, but you know, it could also turn into this, I guess. Expanding again, double expanding here is catgang. I mean, if the expanding is making any difference here, then it seems like catgang's probably going to get the win. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to be on 6 bases to 4 bases for MackWinston here. Problem is, Protoss is pretty cost efficient against Zerg, right? You get a lot of splash damage options against them. You get a lot of stuff that does bonus damage against the thing you're trying to kill, like Corruptors, like Lurkers, like Roaches. Maybe don't fly over the, like the Stalkers get extra damage against these guys too because of the armor tag. All right. Well, time to get on out of there. Ling run by. These Lings have Adrenal and +1 attack and +2 Carapace. They're going to try to snipe down this Robotics Bay. They can fight these Zealots. The Zealots don't have the best upgrades. Okay, well. Man, all right. He wanted it, didn't get it. Again, the non-guaranteed damage is a problem here. More Roaches being added in. I don't really agree with that all that much. But, dude, once you have Psystorm as a Protoss player, the world is your oyster. Yeah, max at 153 supply. Catgang is at 179, but a lot of it is killed by Psystorm, right? And toss up a Storm there, backside. Get it. Psystorm. Psystorm somewhere. Boy, it beat... Oh, no. He has to throw up a bunch of Archons. Did he not have enough energy for Psystorm? How? He must have. He decided Archons were better. He's going to try to use them to deal with the Corruptors, which he definitely should. The Corruptors killed everything that was flying. Also, all of the single Colossus that existed there. This base is going to go down regardless, though. Charge lots at the back, wishing they could charge upon a thing, but the Archons in the house. He did finish Psystorm. No! The man never finished Psystorm. What happened to Psystorm? He's getting it now. What happened to it? We might have to rewind and see what happened to that. But he was getting it, and then he realized it wasn't there, and he had to make Archons. Emergency Archons. Incredible. Absolutely incredible stuff. Another base down. MackWinston is on a roll. He's down 60 supply, but catgang is supply blocked, if that's any kind of a help here. Another hatch going down. Yeah, this is how you deal with someone who has 6 hatches. You kill 3 of their hatcheries in like 10 seconds. Flat. Transfuse, not going to keep it alive for long, that's for sure. And it does get target fire down and killed. Roaches are pretty bad against a Stalker Archon army too. But running from the roaches, okay, fair enough. MackWinston decides, no, I've done enough. I've killed 3 hatcheries. I've knocked catgang down to 4 bases. While I am also on 4 bases, I am in a fantastic position economically. And we're going to fall back, make some High Templar, actually use them... Right, actually use them for Psy Storms. Give them enough energy for it, right? I don't know what Mac is exclaiming about exactly here. I mean, yes, you were going to cannon rush him, and then he proxy hatched you. So this did start out with double cheese, which is very funny. Okay, good snipe. Yeah, this cute little roach ling thing is not going to accomplish very much against this army, I tell you that. They're all trying to kill this one ling. They're like, hey, you get off that pylon. Stop it. Squirting water at it. Get. And then he does. Then he does get. He goes in this back door that was opened. I'm not even sure who opened this. Do you think Mac opened it himself? Because that kind of sucks if that's what happened. He's like, oh, the RoboBay. No, not an expired assimilator. Wow, forced a recall of everything just for those Zerglings. Zealots on the counterattack. A counterattack up here by catgang up to the top right. 4th base. Zealots killing a ton of drones here. Still a 66 worker count for catgang, 53 for MackWinston. Charge lots pretty scary. They do pretty well against queens. And the Roachling shenaniganry up at the top right. Got to come and deal with it. Super annoying. The Archon just needs to hit stuff. And he kind of did. He bounced around a little bit, unfortunately. Psy Storm needs to be... There it is. I was like, it needs to be part of this battle. I know roaches are a little bit tanky, but oh my gosh, get on top of those Broodlords. Yeah, honestly, target fire the Broodlords. They're the scariest thing here. The roaches can be handled with everything else, but the Broodlords are very scary. Yes, the Blink Stalkers need to handle them. They didn't get a single kill. Broodlords can be so bad sometimes. We're making Hydras. We got this. It's totally fine. There's only like 4 more storms available on the Protoss army. Don't worry about it. Ling counterattack shenanigans. Again, trying to get stuff done. Let's take down this assimilator for real this time, boys. Is that what he's going for? Nope. Hang on. Sort of. Oh, going after the robotic support bay. Going after a random Stargate. Sure. Mac's like, I don't even actually care. Army value 82 to 73. And this is it. This is the snowball rolling down the mountain, resulting in the death of catgang. It's going to smoosh him, and his corpse will keep rolling down the mountain until it gets to the bottom, and he will be dead. That's what this is. This is not happening at all. He's trying to make Hydras, dude. Hydras. Where'd my High Templar go, actually? Hold on. There's lurkers here. Oh, never mind. Hydra Lurkerling was amazing. Where did the High Templar go? Dude, the Lings took down the robotics bay. Don't have 2, says catgang. Ooh. Talking smack. Takes down the Twilight Council. This gateway does live. Where did the High Templar go? Friend, Roman, countryman. This is a very strange game. Broodlords down here. Lings and Hydras up here. Lurkers remain burrowed here. They're not moving anywhere because they're burrowed. MackWinston still on 4 bases. catgang on 4 bases. On the move out. You know what would be really good here is some Colossus. But he has 1. I guess 1 technically classifies as a Colossus. I'm not going to hate on it, but maybe more Colossus would be good. Charge lots, try to see what's going on. Like, oh, a Ling Hydra army. Crap. Blah, 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 blah. They have Adrenal, too. That's really scary stuff. High Templar? No. Mac does not actually has a ton of gas for High Templar. Warp in some High Templar, dude. These guys are off cooldown. You have the available supply. You're down 160 to 80 supply. Hey, Broodlords are kind of, sort of accomplishing something inside the main base of Mac. Taking down a warp gate is neat, and then we just dispatch 1 Void Ray to handle these boys. That's easy. Yep, pretty easy. Catgang is slowly lurker pressuring this place. Why are we not making High Templar? What part of what this composition is tells you that Storm is not going to be good? Is my question right now. This Void Ray has 4 kills. All 4 are Brood Lords, not Void Rays. That'd be amazing. Chasing down these Tempests with the Corruptors. Loving that. And then the Stalkers are worried about the Corruptors, which means the Colossus is getting in some really nice splash damage against these Hydras and these Lings. 10 kills on that guy. Not bad at all. Do we have Seismic Spines? We do have Seismic Spines. Okay. All right. Lurker range is insane. What a weird battle this is. Yeah, Void Ray taken down by enough Corruptors to do it, which is amazing. Okay, this Lurker Egg was down to 10 hit points, but it will pop eventually. It takes a while to make a Lurker guy, and there you go. Lurker up. This base is going to die. Is catgang going to win this game? Where did those High Templar go? Like 5 minutes ago, MackWinston was across the other side of the map. He was murdering everything. He had like 6 High Templar with Storms available, and then suddenly he didn't have any Storm. A Ling Hydra army pinned him into a corner, wiped out everything, and he died. Okay, these Lurkers need to burrow and maybe attack a thing. Why are they not attacking a thing? Catgang is APM. Oh, he decided to leave this base be. What? Catgang, what are you doing? At least put a Lurker in this mineral line or something. Dude. This little Blink Stalker group's not going to do anything by itself. Sorry, guys. I appreciate you guys are making the effort. This one Hydra is hunting you, which is very funny to me. Queen's getting some shots off. Spine's getting, like, multiple Stalker kills over here. Amazing stuff. I don't know how these probes are still mining and how these probes are still mining, and that's it. GG, well played. Catgang gets the win in an extremely weird display of PvZ. That was like one of the weirdest PvZs I have ever seen. We had Tempest, Colossus, Archons, Immortals, Charge Lots, High Templar, Unoracle, Void Rays, Stalkers. We had Roaches and Broodlords and Corruptors and Hydras and Lurkers and Ravagers and Zerglings and no Banelings, and 6 hatcheries got killed, no Nexuses went down, and somehow this resulted in a win for Catgang. I don't get it. I'm backing this up. We're going to find the time that these guys wandered over here. It's a while ago. Bear with me. It's like, yeah. So, like, these guys win. And there are High Templar hanging out, and they used some Storms already, but that energy's coming back. Right? Yeah. This is it. I think this is it. And he moves out with Charge Lots and High Templar, and he starts going on a rampage, right? It's 76 to 68 army supply. MackWinston is big-time news. Unfortunately, yes, the High Templar are slow. This little Ling run-by happens. It's crazy annoying. High Templar still generating energy. All of them have enough energy for a Storm now. Some of them have enough energy for 2. Look, this base dies. It's crazy easy. Where do these High Templar go? Guys, where's this Colossus going? Guys? No! How? How did this happen? And then these guys are like, boy, I wish I could storm all of this. But all he has are Stalkers and Zealots, and he dies. Oh. How did the Colossus and the High Templar end up on a weird path like that? Okay. Well, let's speed to the end of the game here because that's where the stats are, but I think that was the moment that did it. I think that's what killed our guy MackWinston. Somehow. Some way. Man. Very weird game. I gotta say, resources lost end of the day here. 30,000 for Mac, 30,000 for Catgang, which is not great. If you're a fan of Protoss here, like having the exact same resources lost is pretty terrible. And yeah, 28 probes died. catgang started this thing with a really bad proxy hatch that didn't accomplish anything at all. MackWinston started the cannon rush that delayed catgang's expanding for 7.5 minutes. And somehow MackWinston couldn't win because his High Templar went off on a random magical mystery tour and were not in the battle when he needed them. I really think that's the moment that lost him this game. Bonkers. Bonkers stuff. And again, hats off to Max for sending in a loss, dude. Right? That just it helps us to know, hey, look, just because it's MackWinston replay doesn't mean that it's a win. Right? Doesn't mean that it's a win. Definitely not. It could be a loss as well. So now we know, and we've always known, right? He's been sending in losses for years now. It's not all losses, because that'd be even worse. If you know it's a loss, boring. If you know it's a win, it's boring. So he mixes it up on us. That's good. All right. Fantastic. That's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.